Good evening, everyone. It is me, the fabulous Leo Brown, back on camera, back on YouTube land, here with another Psychic Perspective video. This video I'm making for the actress. She's been in the headlines recently, and that is the actress Mo'Nique. So, actress and comedian Mo'Nique. So I'm making this the psychic's perspective for her. And I don't know why, but something in me has just been wanting me to do this. Not because she's a hot topic, but I think Mo'Nique. I think her, not necessarily what she's going through, or but I think her circumstances are very universal, and they speak not only for women, but they speak for everyone. Because I will say this, and before I go into giving my psychic perspective, I'm going to give my personal perspective, which is my opinion. Okay, and not everyone is going to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. That's fine. Opinions are like a-holes. We all have them, and some of them stink. But even the stinky opinions can be valid. So, but my personal opinion around her is this: I think that she is actually, it's not what she's doing, it's the way she's going about it. And I think her talking about color bias and gender bias, I think those things are true in Hollywood. But that's true in any job. That's, as I said before in my video about the whole thing when it first happened. That's true in any industry. Um, so I think that's good that she's actually raising awareness about that, about those certain things. I think the way she's going about it could be much, much better. I know a lot of people think that her husband is controlling her. I don't think that's the case. I think her husband enables her. And I think she really does have low self-esteem, even though she's lost weight. But it's deep. I think it's deeper than her being a quote unquote big girl. I think it's a lot deeper than that. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think her husband controls her. I think, like I said, I think he just builds her up and allows her to do what she wants to do, and he just goes along with it because, that's Mo'Nique. And I think he does love her, but I also think he loves it. He gets off on the idea of her being this, very outspoken, very opinionated person. And it's like somebody once told me, just because you think something doesn't mean you have to say it. And I think that's where Mo'Nique's, not problem, but issue may lie sometimes. But like I said, I don't think that she's necessarily wrong. I think she is just going about it in a way that's not constructive for her and not healthy for her or for her industry. That's just my personal opinion. So now that I've said that, stay tuned for my psychic perspective on actress and comedian Mo'Nique. So here we go. So the first card that I get around her that's really gathering my attention is the Six of Pentacles. This card here. So if you know anything about the number six, if you study tarot, if you study any kind of divination method, then you know that the number six is usually about love. It deals with family. It deals with, in this case, pentacles, because it's dealing with career and money. So right now, there's a lot that she doesn't trust. She doesn't trust her industry anymore. She is at a point where I honestly feel like she thought about either quitting. There have been numerous times, and I would say maybe 2 or 4 years ago, she seriously considered retiring from not necessarily the comedy circuit, but more so from um, just TV and movies and things like that because she's right. She's not getting what she is offered. But at the same time, this also deals with her industry too because of her reputation. The reason why she's not getting what she's wanting is because and I'm hearing a lot of chatter. And a lot of it is very indirect. It's very passive aggressive. It's very me. It's very diva-like. And that is because now her industry is like, well, we don't know if we can trust you. Because You say one thing, but then you do something completely different. I.e. the things that have come out recently. Um, and I'm going to say this. There are going to be more. I would say for the next 4 months. We're going to hear like something, not every day, but there's going to be a lot more that comes out regarding her reputation. And it's really sad because I kind of get that she didn't think that this was going to affect her like it's doing, but it is. So that's one of the reasons why I think she's getting the quote unquote low offers because of that. People are like, no, we're tired of your shit, and, she's not understanding that. And a lot of it is, and I kind of get this more so not from her, but more so her husband. A lot of it is they're very, and I say they because they operate as a unit. They're very money hungry, and I understand it. I get it because you want to make your money, or as she says, make it make sense. But what I kind of get around it is that he oversteps his boundaries, and I don't think he means to do that because he's actually doing it with love, but it kind of goes left really fast. So that's what I'm getting regarding that. So they've got some things in the can, but at the same time, and I want to say about 3 or 4 different projects, they've got some stuff in the can, but at the same time, I kind of get that this has really rippled her reputation wise, and it's really made her consider like, do I really want to be in the business anymore? I don't know. So she's very undecided in that. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. What I'm picking up around her that's gonna help her regarding her reputation is she really needs to learn. And I'm saying, and Mo'Nique, if you ever see this, I'm gonna say this directly to you. You have to learn to let go. You have to learn to surrender to whatever it is that needs to be uh, released. And mainly, what this is telling me, because it's the Queen of Wands, and this is in reverse. So what this is telling me is that she has to let her temperament go. She has to let the ego quit talking for her and through her. Um, Case in point, I think it's good that, and this is going to help her kind of like taking a break from press and talking about it, and and not getting in Twitter beefs with people, but just letting people forget it. Okay, because I get that with her, in a way she kind of knows what she's doing, but in a way she doesn't know. It's like she realizes what she's doing because her intentions are actually good. But at the same time, she doesn't realize the severity of what she's doing. And that's the problem. And what I'm getting is that take a break. Take at least a year to maybe 3 years and revamp yourself, rebrand your industry, rebrand your business, um, rebrand who you are as a personality. I definitely see that she could do really well in radio. She could do really well in not necessarily, and I know she had a talk show years ago, but not like an Arsenio Hall kind of show, but more like not Oprah per se, but a more serious, a more in-depth talk show. Because I kind of get that with her deep down, even though she is a comedian, she wants to discuss deeper issues that affect not only her business but our community. She really does want to do deeper things. But I think she's gotten so used to being, well, I'm the funny one. I'm the funny girl. People want me to be funny. But what I'm picking up around her, what may help her is kind of saying, you know what, let me take a step back and let me figure out what I really want to do, who I really am, not only as Mo'Nique, the brand, but as a person. And I think that would help her a great, great deal. Um, let's see. I'm going to go into the past a little bit. Now, what I get around this is that in the past, and that was my messenger on Facebook, but anywho, in the past, her career, like, and I get more so when she was around Oscar time, when she won the Oscar, she really felt that her career was going to be just like, she was primed. She was so red hot and raring to go, and she was like, yes, I made it. I made it. I made it. I've done the damn thing. I got the Oscar. I'm an Oscar winning actress. I've done this. I've done everything. And I think what I'm picking up is that she kind of felt that, because I keep seeing this, I keep seeing like a red carpet being rolled out. She felt, okay, well, I can have anything. And she went a little overboard. And because, she went a little overboard, and because of that, people started to distrust her. Um, and I kind of get with her, she's looking back on that and how, not like in regret, but just certain how she could have played it, how she could have been, how she and her husband could have worked on things like that. You know, and she really is realizing, like, wait a minute, okay, I've done some things, but at the same time, I think now that she's taking a step back from everything, and she will be, and she is, but now that she's taking a step back from stuff, she's gonna start to realize, okay, I really, I fucked up, and I thought it was gonna be everything, and it wasn't, you know. So there's a lot going on that we're not privy to, that she's not showing, because her attitude is, I put energy into my career for years, and I thought it was gonna be one way, and it wasn't. And quite frankly, one of the reasons why she's going so ham is because mentally this is exhausting her. Mentally this is draining her. Mentally she is like, but can't you understand? Can't you hear what I'm saying? Hence the Bible source. Can't you? Because I think she feels like no one understands her. No one is listening to her. And it's not that we're not listening to you. We hear you loud and clear, Mo'Nique. But what it is, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. And, I kind of get with her that she's starting to see that a little bit. It's going to take some time. I would say at least a good 6 to 8 months for it to really sink in. But what I get is for her, and I would say in the next, I keep getting like 3 years from now, hence the Empress card, her career is going to actually open back up again. And it's going to be when people kind of really go like, oh, you were right with certain things. But at the same time, she'll be in a better space with herself. Um, I'm gonna say this. I don't now. What you do, let me make this clear, because there's no such thing as 100% anything. I'm not 100% accurate, but what I'm picking up around her relationship and her marriage is that I get either being divorced by that time, or her nearing that, like something's gonna happen within her marriage that's gonna really wake her up and make her see, like, wait a minute, I have to, and let me just say this: I don't want to paint Mr. Hicks out to be a bad guy, because he's not. He has good intention, but it's just more so the way he's going about it. But I feel like there's something that's gonna happen within their marriage, like the power dynamic is gonna shift. It may not be a divorce, but the power dynamic may shift in the marriage, which will allow her to kind of see herself in a better, more whole and complete light. Because I think she does, but she's gotten so used to not being told what to do, but I think being guided by other forces, that she doesn't listen to herself. So that's just my personal opinion on it. That's what I'm getting psychically for her. Mo'Nique, honey, we love you, and we understand what you're saying. We get it. We do. Unfortunately, I'm speaking for me. I will not be boycotting Netflix. I think you have to go back and work on your brand, work on your reputation, and start from the ground up. Is it easy? No, but it will be worth it. And I do see her career. I definitely see her career opening up to where she wants to do arenas and things like that. Not that she has anything against the comedy club circuit, because she likes all that, but she wants to do more. And that's really what the whole Netflix thing is about. She wants to grow, and she's just saying, can I grow? Give me the opportunity. But what you're giving me is not going to allow me. What you're giving me financially doesn't make sense to me, because it doesn't say growth. It doesn't say that you trust me, and it doesn't say that you believe in what I do, which is why I think she even started the whole, well, we're going to boycott Netflix thing to begin with. But that's just my perspective on it. What do you think about this? Chime in, leave your comments below. I do read them. I read them all. Thank you so much for liking, for sharing, for subscribing to my channel. You don't have to. My channel is not for everyone. At all. It's not. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a hodgepodge. I don't like to do just one thing. because I'm more than just one person. There's so many different aspects of me that you guys will slowly get to see. So, with that being said, darlings, it is me, the fabulous Leo Brown, and I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.